Welcome to the best of the Anthony Cumia Show. 1 hour of highlights from this past week. Comedy, politics, current events, and pop culture. All completely uncensored.
So hold on. You go down to the third precinct.
Third, yeah.
They put you in a cell with how many other people?
Well, first I'm just handcuffed in the booking area of that where they, do the prints and everything.
Only white guy.
The picture. There were 3 cells down there. And I was in one of the end cells. In the middle cell was some Hispanic dude.
H cell.
And the other cell was empty.
Okay.
So they do everything like the printing and picture and everything. And then you go upstairs where there's a bunch of detectives, and they put you in a room that just looks like a cubicle office room with like iron around the edges and handcuffs hanging from them. And they put you in one of the handcuffs. And it's a hard wood bench, and you sit there. And I've learned everything takes forever in this whole justice, the wheels of justice. Because when they come in and say, someone's going to be with you real soon, it's at least 2 hours. Oh. And it's probably 4 hours.
It's real soon by like DMV or any government process standard.
All you do is watch everyone walk around with like papers, and they're walking outside the door. Like, that guy was an asshole. And then there's music playing.
It's just their job.
Their lives. Yeah. It's their job.
I always found that in the couple times I've been arrested, I always found that dynamic so interesting that you're sitting in this cage like, this is the worst day of my fucking year.
Like,
and then there's just some dude. He's at work.
Movies tonight? You're going to go see Star Wars?
100 mil in one day, huh?
Good review. Yeah, they go talk to him in there. He's crowing about it. So I'm in there, and there's one other guy in there, and he's a white dude. He's from Missouri. He was taking a truck from Missouri to New York, like delivering a brand new GMC truck. So he's staying at the Marriott Hotel in Nassau County somewhere. I'm not sure where, maybe Garden City or something. And he apparently was doing some meth, and then he tells me, he's like, I'm hanging out in the room, and some little guy comes in with a gun. And I run into the bathroom and call 911, and the cops show up, and they're yelling and screaming, and they bust the door down with that big fucking bust the door down thing, and they grab me and cuff me, and I'm like, wow, this is a fucking amazing kind of story. And I'm thinking, why you were fucking arrested? And then I talked to the cops later, and they're like, there was no guy with a gun. This guy was tweaked out of his fucking mind. Like, we didn't know. And the cops came. It was apparently a story. They came in with their guns all drawn, because they thought this guy had a gun on him. He said a guy with a gun, and he was the only guy in the room. So,
wow.
And it was one of those situations. I heard the cops also talking. It's like, yeah, so you had a key to the door of the room. It's like, yeah. He goes, then why'd you blast through the door with the fucking thing? It's like, I don't know. It just seemed to be like they didn't really know what they were doing either, I guess.
Cops are just like, oh, we got this badass battering ram.
Why aren't we going to use it?
We never get to use this thing.
We don't get to use that.
It's like they have to use it. They're not going to get the money for more cool toys next year.
Yeah.
That is actually, I think, how it works in a lot of the cases. Like, if they come in under budget, so they have to, like, justify everything. Someone's like, oh, no, I got a key. And they're like, shut up, Harry.
I think it is.
We need this tank to arrest this pot dealer.
Here's something that I got to tell you, people. If you have the pleasure of going into any detention facility.
Fuck the guy.
Here's what you do. My lips are so chapped. First, find the biggest guy and have sex with him.
He will protect you.
No one told me this was just a holding area. I thought this was like the big time. It was all the things I watched on TV.
You fucked a guy in the van?
I'm like, I got to fucking get someone big on my side that's going to help me out when trouble in the yard. I didn't know.
It was like, Aunt wasn't even done yet, and they're like, your lawyer's here to bail you out. You're like, oh, what? No.
Now, should I go or finish? I don't know. I don't want to renege on a deal here.
At this point, you're just rude.
You got a deal, Wade. Yeah. So, where was I on that one?
So,
all right, the guy in the cell. So I talked to him a little while, and then I wound up being in that cell for a while. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I take Lipitor for my cholesterol. Lipitor, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm like, I don't have it. And they're like, oh, well, and I was thinking, does someone bring it down? Like, if you go to school and you forget something at home, your mom can bring it or something. So they're like, no, you got to go to Nassau County Hospital and they will give you your medication. I'm like, all right.
That sounds better.
Yeah, motherfucker. I get in one of the cop cars. I'm handcuffed, but I'm in the car driving around. Now I'm talking to the cops, and they're being totally cool. The fans of the show. So they get me there, and now I'm sitting watching TV on a nice, soft fucking bed. Like I was sitting on
it. It's crazy.
Like,
any other day of your life, if you're pulled out of your home into a hospital, you're like, this bed fucking sucks.
Yeah. Oh,
bullshit TV with no cable.
Bed. The greatest bed. Also, a fucking great bathroom. Because the bathrooms in it, you don't want to use the fucking.
Oh yeah,
it's like in the center of the room.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you got to like shit in front of these guys.
Crazy. Well, that's in the big holding cell, which I'll tell you about that fun time too. So I'm like, all right. They like, how often do you have to take this? And I'm thinking, every 5 minutes. I need to come back here.
I need an IV drip.
Just stay here every 5 minutes. But I'm like, I told them, every 12 hours. So I had to be back in 12 hours. So I wound up taking that trip twice with really cool guy. And it's like a dump was building up. And I'm like, I'm just going to wait till I go back there and take it in the comfort of a fucking
More, you didn't actually really need the medication.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you do? You really need it every day?
It's a prescription, and that's what it says.
And you're also
need it.
No, but if you're like on a prescription at a certain dose, you're not supposed to just not take it all the time. You're supposed to like wean off it or whatever.
They were pretty cool with it.
The problem with it, because we're so used to our phones and the things that we have to kill the ADD, it actually makes it so much worse. So now when you don't have that, like anything, just any change of pace,
anything
would make it
was great.
Yeah.
Yes. So I do that, and they go, okay, we're going to take you now over to headquarters, which is the building in Mineola, I guess it is. And this is like their big holding facility for everybody that has to go to court the next day.
Right.
So
this is the central bookings.
Right. That's like
it's all
central booking.
It's all fallen stars like you, Hulk Hogan.
That's what I saw. I saw the Hulkster was there. Oh,
the bounty hunter.
David Hasselhoff was there. He was on the phone with his daughter. It was fantastic.
You went to I fucked up celebrity court.
Yes. No, this was
the judge will see you right after Kramer.
This was central booking, the holding facility kind of thing. So they take you in there, and they have to ask you, the questions like, if you think about hurting yourself, have you ever been committed to a mental institution?
Did they take your shoelaces?
What?
They took your shoelaces?
No, they didn't do that.
They didn't do that?
No, because I answered the questions no.
They take my...
Yes, I did. Now give me my shoes with the long laces and a long sleeve shirt. These bars, really? Yeah. And then they put you in the holding facility till the next morning when they're going to do that. But again, at 5 a.m., I had to be taken out again to get my med.
So I'm trying to get a timeline on this. At this point.
The whole thing started at about 10 a.m. on Saturday.
Oh.
10 a.m. is where I departed my house.
You're just ready for an awesome night, too, that Saturday. Go hang out with DeRosa. Get drunk.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really fun time.
It was.
So this is 5 a.m. Saturday night now at this point.
This is, it went around
Sunday morning.
10. Now it's Sunday morning at 5 a.
Okay.
And I go back, and the cops are definitely fans of the show. They were very cool. I got front cuffed. I got the cuffs taken off at the hospital, so I was able to go in and use the bathroom.
It's amazing the small victories when you're in this type of situation. Though. Yeah.
Here's one thing I noticed. No fucking water. They wouldn't give, I need water here. Can't drink. We got warm skim milk and a bologna sandwich. They give you that famous jail bologna sandwich or something.
Jesus Christ.
And I couldn't eat that. I just took the slice of bread off. And from when I had dinner Friday night up until when I got home, I had one slice of bread. That's all I ate. And it's great. I feel good. I feel trim. It's nice. I recommend that diet to anybody.
Now, did the going to the hospital, though, that didn't slow down the process at all? I was always kind of worried about that.
They told me you got to be back for the bus to take you to the court by 7:30.
Okay.
So that's why it was 5 a.m. I'm like, yeah, I could do that.
So it's you see the judge in a different place than, because when I went to Central Booking, it was the judge is almost there in the same facility. They hold you
no,
and then,
not
judge.
there. Hey, you ever see that bus that looks like a giant cop car painted Nassau County?
That's what
and you look in the window and go, ooh, I wonder what they did. I was on there.
They did nothing.
Well, they can't talk about it. So.
They can't talk about it either. No, so the cell was like just stark bars, a stainless steel toilet bowl, and a wooden bench.
This is waiting for the judge.
No, this is at the holding facility.
Okay,
yeah, before they put you on the bus and take you there. So that's where I spent most of my time.
Here's the difference in New York City. The holding facility, which is Central Bookings, that's what it is in New York, it's in the same building as the court.
That's what I just said.
Right.
Yeah. I was saying, you see the judge in the same facility. No, look, there's that. Okay, so when you see the judge, do you get to talk to your lawyer before you saw the judge?
Yeah, I'll get to that part.
Oh, okay. By the way, that also really does expedite the process as well, because I have a friend who's a lawyer who, when I got arrested,
hell yeah.
If you're with a public defender, dude, just add another day or two onto all that bullshit.
Yeah, I'll fill you in on that whole thing. That was interesting, to say the least. So I spent most of my time there trying to sleep, and the collection of characters. Now, you got to realize this has been Saturday night in Hempstead.
How's your I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you up. How's like your emotional state at this point? Are you just furious? Have you kind of accepted, like, I'm going with it?
You gotta put yourself in a frame of mind. And it's so funny because people go to prison for years and years and years, and I'm talking but my 24 hours.
Yeah, but still, dude.
I know.
It's
believe
crazy.
me, it's nothing you just want to be like, do it on my head.
Yeah.
Do that on my head. But you gotta just put yourself in a mindset that this is going to take as long as it takes.
Yeah. And if I've been arrested
before. Think about it too much.
If you start watching the clock like that, you'll drive yourself crazy. It feels like it's 10 times as long.
Yeah. Here's the greatest thing about me. I can fucking sleep anywhere.
So you went to sleep?
I fucking went to sleep. I woke up at one point because they started getting so loud.
There's a Mexican guy pounding you in the ass.
Dude, yeah. Oh,
Keep it down.
Rocking me to sleep. This is great. He's singing Feliz Navidad.
I can sleep anywhere. And got raped by 7 different people.
Oh, my God. My baloney was roofied. What happened?
I just imagine you, after an hour, you have your top buttoned and a fucking cholo headband on.
I had the El Salvadorian bologna. It was.
There's like a room full of people like scraping their cup up against the cell, and Ant's just like having like puppy dreams in the corner.
Clang. I'm just like.
Yeah, you should have said nobody knows.
Yeah. No, you keep your mouth shut for the most part, and the place just reeks because they make everyone take their shoes off, and not many people that are in there are very hygienic.
Cocoa butter.
It's total, like, disgusting, nasty, fucking sweaty shoe smell. It's really bad. So I'm trying to sleep, and then I hear from down the line, like, this black guy just starts going off. It's bullshit! And he's yelling at the cops. I'm your boss, nigga! I'm your boss! So the cops come in, and, they do their walk. I guess every 15 minutes, I think it was. Guy walks through and leaves, and he just taunts the cop.
You might be our boss, but we have this really cool company policy where we can tase the boss.
You're in there, and you can't do shit. But they don't even care. Like, they don't care. They don't come in to quiet anyone down. So one guy, though, and I think it was the white meth guy, he was in one of the cells. We're all in separate cells at this point. And he goes, why don't you shut the fuck up? And the black guy goes, shut up? Nigga, you in jail. Like, he's just like, there's no telling someone to shut up.
He was right.
He's absolutely right.
100% right.
He's absolutely right.
Was right.
I was like, shut up. What? No. And there's nothing you can do about it. And look where you are, dummy.
Because it's almost like if you're in a movie and like some kid starts crying and you're like, come on, like I'm at a place to watch the movie. It's like, no, dude, you're at the place where this happens.
I got on the bus. I'm like, I'm not even supposed to be in here. Remember that guy from Shawshank?
But don't you always feel like that when you're arrested? Like you really do feel like, I'm not the one.
What did you do? Nothing. Oh, yeah, it was Shawshank. So also, I looked around and realized that anyone who has escaped from jails or detention centers or prisons or anything are the most amazing people in the world. They ought to let them off for escape. There's no way out of there. I'm sorry. No way out. You look at everything and you're like, yeah, they built this to keep it.
What was that movie where it was like about they had the guy, I think it was Sly Stallone, he came in and he broke out of prisons. That was like his job.
That was his job.
Yeah, it was a cool fucking movie, dude.
Apparently he wasn't at the Nassau County Detention.
Are you talking about The Rock?
But no, dude, that was his job. He would get arrested and get into prisons, and then he would break out of them. And he had a security company that was like his thing.
Oh,
cool fucking movie, dude. I gotta watch
sounds
that.
awesome.
Really cool.
I'll watch it after Turner and Hooch, or no, what's the other one? Cobra, what? Tango and Cash. That's it. Hey, Tango, what Cash? Shut up. Yeah, so I realized that, and then the guy's yelling, and they pound on the walls every so often, and they just go boom, boom. It's just a loud, echoey place, really loud. But you know, I slept when I could, and then in the morning, the bus is outside. You see the bus warming up, and the doors open, and now they got to get what amounted to, I guess, 20 or so guys. Into this bus, secured, you know. So they cuff you. They cuff one guy's right hand to another guy's right hand.
It's brutal.
So you're not cuffed like this. There's no running. You know, not that anyone who's going to run. At that point, you've got no energy anyway.
When you got to run, you got to go, okay, which one of us is going to run backward?
Yeah, you run backwards. You look like a good fast backward runner. Or you got to run like this. I think they're getting you.
You got to run like you're doing like an egg race where you're holding an egg.
Yeah, it's all of a sudden the Brady's in the fucking potato sack race. I think they'll get you. So I did that, and they put me with some a Spanish guy. The Spanish dudes were really cool.
Yes, we are.
They were really cool. They were funny and could talk a good game and everything. The black guys were loud and fucking nonsensical. Just nonsense. You know that motherfucker. I was up there, and you know this girl. You know this, and he's giving legal advice on the phone. It was like,
dude, there's nothing I hate more than thug legal advice.
Dude,
you're like, dude,
they all seem to know everything. You get into the big holding cell, and they're all trained. It's like, oh, they won't do that. What they're gonna do for you? What do you got? A D? What do you got? A B?
Yeah, but I'll tell you, they do know they've been through the system before, so it's not even like legal advice. Here's the thing: like, I've been arrested for smoking weed a handful of times. So have you, Dave. So when I go through the process now, it's not fucking scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what's going to happen. I know I'm in there for 24 to 30 hours. I know, like, it sucks, but I'm not like the first time it happened, I was like shaking. You know what I'm saying? So all that is their bravado of like, yeah,
right, that's what it is. I've done this before. I know the deal. So
yeah,
I just
care.
I'm like, murdered the case they gave me.
Were you afraid at all that somebody was going to know your history from the Twitter thing that you got fired for? Not even for a second you weren't like somebody's going to fucking say some shit.
No, and I don't think anyone would even give a shit.
Yeah.
Like none of them really gave a fuck. We were all cuffed together. They throw us in this bus. We sit there and it's hilarious because a lot of people that were on that bus are real susceptible to cold weather. I noticed a lot of people being like, damn, it's cold, motherfucker. Turn the heat up. Yo, turn on the heat in this motherfucker. And they're just perpetually freezing cold. So that was interesting.
Well, they also, the whole time, you'll notice this as well, the mentality is the whole time everyone is trying to play the victim. Everyone that's in there, it's like their rights are being taken away. Something is, they're being...
it's the old Shawshank Redemption. Nobody's guilty here in Shawshank.
Yeah.
Everyone's innocent. No one did nothing. What'd you do? Nothing. I'm innocent. So these guys, we were all on the bus.
Carving your name into the top of a wooden board.
Yeah, Brooks was here, and fucking, there we go.
Ant's like the old guy, like, Ant can't live on the outside anymore. He's like, I've gotten used to it in there.
Yeah. Sometimes my hands are just in the microphone. Maybe I could shoot Keith sort of like a bonus. They won't miss an old shock jock.
It's the best of the Anthony Cumia Show. The Anthony Cumia Show airs live Monday through Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern in glorious high-definition video, exclusively at anthonycumia.com.
I remember so many fucking shit gigs, and we always had, every band has an excuse as to why no one's in the club, except for maybe you suck, or no one wants to see you, or you can't draw a crowd. It's like, oh yeah, it's a Thursday, there's a game on, there's a multitude of excuses as to why time and time again you're fucking playing to empty fucking rooms.
Oh, the Steelers are playing.
I don't know. You see the weather out there? Or this one, the final gasp at hope that people might show up. I think it's a late crowd at this bar, right? They get a late crowd. People leave like other things they do.
The lament of a comic.
And there you are.
I was waiting to do a gig, and somebody said, "Hey, check this out! They're chasing OJ down the 405."
I could compete with this.
I was in Buffalo at the time at a great comedy club, and that chase, it just ended. My week was done.
Yep.
That was amazing, right? Doing that chase happened.
Yeah, don't you wish he hadn't killed them?
I wish he wouldn't have killed
And then
them.
that would have saved your Buffalo gig.
I wouldn't have gotten into radio, damn it.
It was good money back then for that.
I was at that place, Top of the Town, I think it was called, in Huntington.
Huntington, sure.
Yeah, me and my brother were playing an acoustic gig there, and OJ, we just stopped.
Yeah.
Turned on the TVs. You can't compete with that shit.
No, I worked with...
What's that?
I worked with the guy that owned the Mezzaluna. Like at a bar.
Oh, right, that was where they...
But like, he was the one that was fooling around with Nicole, and when OJ went over there... he saw that she had candlelight going on. He thought that she was getting some. He went over there to kill him.
Come on.
Yeah. He was on trial and everything. It was crazy story. Like,
I never heard that story. And
Ron Goldman was really just going over there to drop off glasses.
He was really just going over to drop. He hadn't been banging her.
No, the dude that I worked with was banging her.
That's like the old joke. What did Ron Goldman say? To Nicole and Heaven? Here's your fucking.
No, but OJ had walked in on Nicole giving him a blowjob, and that's why he was in C. He went nuts.
Well, I could see.
No, the other guy went nuts.
Yeah. He thought Ron Goldman was the dude that I worked with.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was crazy. He had to go to when that whole thing went down. He had to go disappear because he was being hounded.
I would have said, "I'll pick up your glasses next time you come in." I got him.
Yeah, I got him right here.
House.
The saddest
poor
thing
Ron Goldman.
The whole thing is there was no Instagram then.
No Instagram.
Oh. I'm like, if they drove a little
Facebook. It's social media.
It was on TV, and if they drove faster, I could have gotten a second show at least and made some money at least. He was going 5 miles an hour. People were like,
thank God. It gave people time to make those signs and hold them over the highway. What a great example. Just when you forget how moronic and asshole-ish people are, like you think now everyone's as bad as they could be with social media. Remember back then, there wasn't even any, and everyone knew to just get out there with their Go OJ.
Go Juice. Go Juice.
Go Juice. Go.
Go Juice.
What a fucking...
Wait, at that point of the day, where do you find the oak tag? I don't know.
Yeah, you got to get some oak tag. You got to get some tempera paint.
Yeah, exactly. They had all this time.
I'm making a sign. OJ should be here in about 3 hours. Where is he? 2 exits down. Amazing chase.
Thank God I just happened to have some oak tag and
we're gonna run to the hobby store.
It was like they didn't have tires.
Project.
It was just on rims.
Glitter
because it went so slow.
Yeah.
I'm like, do they have tires in this fucking thing?
Well, one of my favorite things, and I think a lot of people on Howard's show, was that call that came in.
Oh, I see OJ. He looks scared.
He looks scared.
Oh,
people to this day quote that fucking call.
Yeah.
Peter, let me just say, Peter, there was a little encryption of what he said, and
it's a farcical call.
It was indicative of some DJ in New York.
OJ.
I had a gig, and after the gig, this honest to God, this woman comes up to me and says, "It's so nice to meet you." And she was about to start bragging about her son. Not that he was a doctor or that he was a Vietnam vet. She goes, "My son, he's the one who made that phone call."
Oh, no.
It was her son that had made it. OJ slouching. You're right. He's slouching.
He looks scared.
He looks scared. No. He be scared. What?
He be scared.
OJ.
He be scared.
He's all tenses.
Quite the tenses.
What was that?
Quite the tenses.
Quite the tenses.
And I was with Dan Foreman.
And a baba booey to y'all.
I was with Dan Foreman, the exec producer of our Channel 9 show, and while we're watching, we go, all right, somebody's going to call, and we know it.
Yeah, I said
as
knew
soon
it.
as that call came in, we were like,
And it went on and on.
That's what when the people especially like the hardcore Stern fans watching, they knew immediately when it was up, and you're just going, oh no, this idiot doesn't realize, and it's so hard to watch. You want to watch, but you're embarrassed.
Peter Jennings is the goose in the room, and he's a major news anchor. The rest of the country knows it.
No, I don't know why anybody would ever fuck with a major news anchor.
Right.
Peter.
There it is. Look at that. OJ.
Oh.
I see OJ.
Isn't that amazing? Just think of the shots there'd be now with all the people. Everyone's got a camera. And everybody.
You GoPro inside the,
Well, what I'm looking at
that
right
would be
now
a
is I'm
drone
looking
shot
at
right
the
now.
van, and I
Somebody
see
would be,
OJ kind of slouching
flying
down,
that
looking
Amazing.
very
I guess what is it? FX is putting out a little mini series thing, and they got John Travolta is playing one of the lawyers.
Yeah, he's playing whatchamacallit, the white guy.
Yeah, I would.
Hero.
The white guy.
Hero.
There's only 7 of them.
Wow. The white guy.
Wow.
Yes.
Cuba Gooding Jr. is playing OJ.
Good. Freddie Boom Boom Washington is playing fucking
Guy on Seinfeld.
Yeah. Jackie Childs.
Then we got a problem.
Yeah.
White guy.
Cuba Gooding Jr. is playing OJ?
Yeah, Cuba. Which is going to be hard because the whole time I'm going to go, show me the money.
Yeah, it's
going to be weird.
Should have gotten OJ. He's acted. Wait for him to get out. In a role of my lifetime, I'm going to play myself.
It's an autobiography.
Yes, it's a
biopic.
Yeah, a biopic.
Put the glove on.
He fucks up and actually kills the actress playing Nicole
in real life.
It's like he killed him and go, oh shit.
Now that's a TV movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Cut, OJ. I heard you say cut, and I just started. I thought you meant her throat.
It's the best of the Anthony Cumia Show. 1 hour of what you missed this week because you're too damn cheap to pay for it.
This is the Legion of Skanks podcast.
What I was saying, Bobby, I go on World Star Hip Hop because it's not really a porn thing at all.
Yeah.
And then when I'm getting to okay, now I'm going to jerk off. I'm going to have my morning jerk. I go to Shoes Time because it's an in-between. And then, Bobby, I go to full-blown pornography.
Right.
Sites and finish.
You jerk off every day in the morning.
No, but often. At least 3 a week.
You jerk off with your chick, and I'm sorry, you're here.
Yeah, the answer to your question is already going to be yes.
Okay, so she's in the house, you jerk off.
He goes to the bathroom and shits and jerks off in the same session. It is bizarre.
Jerk off and shit.
Yeah.
And it's a really long session.
No, I shit. And then I jerk off.
But he jerks off. Hold on, Bob.
I've done that, and then I just pulled back right at the end.
Can I tell you my problem?
I've never done that. That's just fucking. That's weird if you did that.
He does 2 things that fuck me up.
You know, when you jerk off and shit, it feels like getting fucked.
Oh, if you jerk off while you're shitting?
I'm kidding. This guy just.
I'm going to give it a whirl.
I just fucking insult one of your fans. The guy just went, oh my God.
It's a no.
What
you saw in his eyes was envy.
He jerks off after he shits.
Okay, you shit, then you jerk.
This is his process, and I know this because we're very close friends. He goes to the bathroom, okay, and it's like an hour.
Next to him brushing his teeth.
An hour to an hour and a half process.
I make Lewis hold my ankles.
I'm his personal squatty potty. I kneel in front of the toilet.
You're my human squatty potty. That's the kind of cash Big J. Okerson's making these days.
Come here, pig eye. Kneel in front of my toilet.
Hey, pig eye, be my squatty potty.
Yeah. So my doctor told me the pig eye is one of 2 possibilities. It's either the high pollen count or the fact that I'm a human toilet for a living.
Human squatty potty.
Dude, I got pig eye for being a human squatty potty.
You want to get at my squatty potty and have your face
branded real ass squatty potties.
This week he's gonna have a Legion of Skanks squatty potty.
So look, here's the process. He goes in, he shits.
Right here, I get it.
He shits.
I'm fucking aggressive.
He shits.
He shits.
He jerks off.
Jerks off.
He wipes.
He didn't wipe.
He didn't wipe. He wipes after he jerks off, but then he wipes.
You're gonna get a rash.
Poking me for you, fuck. I'm right here. I'm listening.
Then he wipes.
Do the wipe and then the jerk?
No.
I kind of get that though.
But how long of a jerk are you having? You're just sitting. That's not good.
You don't want to wipe twice.
I just feel like it's.
I'm just
Wipe is the worst part of both of those things.
Why would you have to wipe your ass again after jerking off?
Okay, so if you take a shit, then you wipe. Okay, wiping is just fucking annoying.
Oh,
dude.
so annoying.
It's a fucking, especially big guys. You get
I'm a process.
hit your back like
No,
a
dude.
Yeah, dude, it's like manual labor.
I've talked about my wiping technique before, and I'm going to tell you right now.
You got to jerk off and then wipe again. So shit, let it hang, jerk.
You're not like
wipe.
It's the same amount of wiping.
It's the same amount, but you're
Hold on, Bobby. You're missing the best part.
Sorry, buddy.
He doesn't wipe, okay?
Poke me again. Go ahead.
He goes, he shits.
Oh, by the way, Lewis, just so you know what you're about to say, I will say this depending on what's happening after.
I know, let me say it.
Okay.
He shits.
Yeah, shit.
He jerks off.
Jerks off.
He wipes his hands with the cum into his thighs.
Hang on 1 second.
Hold on.
I want you to stop. I want you to stop and say that part. I don't think I heard that part.
No, this isn't something.
Say that one more time.
Say with that sensual face you do. You said he goes. He wipes the hands into his thighs.
Say that again.
He shits. He jerks off.
Slow down. Shits. Jerks off.
Jerks off.
Does not wipe.
Not yet. He comes, wipes the cum into his thighs.
This is where I want to stop you. Okay. I want to go back. Yeah, just before we jerk off. Now we jerked off. Now he comes, and then what does he do with the cum?
He wipes it into his milky white thighs.
I want to stop you.
Yes.
So now when you come, does he jerk off with two hands, or does he come in one hand and then put an even?
No, he jerks off and then he slams his hand down on top of it and comes into his other hand.
No,
and it sprays up
know
the
this
sides.
much information.
I'm kidding. He doesn't do that.
Making that up, but I will say what I do is I try my best to not shoot a projectile.
Right.
And so when I get that thing, I don't beat through the cum. Get to that point, and when I'm gonna come, I just kind of like
squeeze it a little bit
and kind of cap it with my thumb.
Sting.
And so it basically just kind of gets all in there.
Tantrum.
Sometimes a little falls down the knucks, but that's it.
So then he wipes it into his thighs.
Sometimes it comes through the knuckle. No, sometimes it falls out of the thumb over the
down the knuckle.
Yeah.
And that's why he has the gloves on.
Right.
And therefore,
I have
very ashy knuckles.
Like when the Indian uses the knife to cut his hands to be blood brothers.
Yeah.
And the blood dripples down the knucks.
Yes, it would be very dramatic if it was blood and not my own jism.
Are you and Lewis cum brothers? Have you?
No.
Probably.
Come on, be an adult, Bobby. I'm telling you a story.
I'm sorry.
So he wipes the cum into his thighs. Then
wait. Okay.
He wipes the shit.
Okay, wait a minute.
Then
so he wipes cum into his thighs.
Yeah.
The top part of his
thighs. Yeah.
Okay, and to the knee.
I don't know.
What?
Jay,
you wipe the cum all the way down to the knee.
Oh, I mean, yeah, maybe.
Okay, so you wipe it off, and then what does he do? He wipes the shit.
Then he wipes the shit
with cum on his hand.
No. There's always going to be some toilet paper to get the hands totally jizz free.
Yeah.
So you wipe it on your thighs.
Huh?
Okay. Same way kings wipe their hands on dogs after they're done eating.
Right.
That's what he does with his thighs.
So you wipe the jizz on your thighs, then you wipe your hand off with the toilet paper.
Huh?
Then you wipe your ass
with the same toilet paper that you wipe the cum off your hands.
Well, it's not.
Have you ever done it though?
No.
So you've never had your own cum in your asshole. Look at me in the face right now. Tell me you've never had your own cum in your own asshole.
Not from that situation, at least. I go through the Rolodex. But we'll say this: generally, if I do that,
backlight your asshole.
If I do that, I'm taking a shower.
That's what my next step was. You're going to shower.
But here's the thing. But also, let's leave in there. I have shit, jerked off, wiped. For example, maybe I'm going to go smoke a cigarette or something before I jump in the shower.
With those shitty cummy fingers.
With your cum on your thighs.
But it's already dried by my wiping process.
On your thighs.
Sure.
So you have cum on your thighs.
He peels it off like Elmer's glue.
But that's not true. Grade. That's not true. But what I will do, sometimes after I smoke a cigarette or something,
he licks his own knees.
I'm like, I'm going to go take a shower, but I have to shit again a little bit, a little aftershock.
This explains the fucking mittens.
Right. I have to go. I go take a second round, like little shit. And when I'm sitting down, sometimes I will say it is fun when you see some of the matted down leg hairs from the jizz. To pull them up and you get that little pain, that little tingle, but it lets you know you're alive. You know what I'm talking about?
I do now. Can I be honest with you? I actually that little. That's funny that you say that because I really do. I've jizzed projectile jizz. I like project. I don't hold it back.
Really?
I only jerk off now, and once in a while I'll treat myself. at home, I'll treat myself and literally make love to myself. If everybody's out of the house, I'll get fully naked and lie in the bed and fucking pull the covers up and like kind of.
I save those for hotels.
Yeah, I do that. Of course, hotels, yes. But in the house, I jerk off in the shower. That's it. Shower jerk.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't like the cleanup. I hate all that fucking nuisance.
Standing and your legs start shaking when you're.
I got a bench, buddy. I got my house. I built the shower.
Big deal.
So I built.
Or jerking.
Actually, absolutely.
I've jerked off in Bobby's shower, by the way, and this is the old shower, which was an amazing shower.
The new one's better.
I know.
The old shower was made to. Fuck.
He had he had a fucking a jet stream that came out of the wall to point towards your asshole or dick.
Oh, we got mad at one of our friends for banging in that very shit, which I get it.
Oh, Soder, yeah.
I wasn't going to do that.
It's okay.
It's public knowledge.
About it, yeah.
Oh yeah, you made your. There's something about that, and that kind of brings us into a subject here. Actually, interesting, and one of the things Lewis wants to talk about. But you've made your castle the way you want it to be, and that's not just like the shower in your place. That's your shower.
I want to talk about castles today.
Yes,
it's
a
big thing. No, it's about people's homes, but not to. I understand why you get angry at that. I understand that fully.
But
why you get angry at somebody? You're like, well, who cares? They're fucking in your shower. It's like, no, but that's my shower. It's very
I don't
your
mind
shower.
that Dan fucked in my shower. You fucked in my shower?
I jerked off in your shower multiple times.
Now, I don't mind the fucking, but you know what I mean? But you've jerked off
you want to be a dude?
times?
Multiple times.
Multiple to you.
I lived at your place for a month, Bob.
Oh, shit.
Who do you think I didn't just all day long jerk off in your bed, your shower, your couch?
That's my point.
He was holding Bobby's young headshot, the really good one.
Oh, there's
you had some shit like that,
Bobby
dude.
Jack Shack.
It's too much. I was going to do that when I was designing it. It's too much.
It's like a gas chamber for jerking off.
Yeah, you're going to feel like that's like
A lot of people don't end up using those side. Everyone knows how to shower with the side jets. Never.
That's like civil rights footage right there. I don't.
It's like the Rambo shower they gave in First Blood.
Yeah, exactly. That's thanks for cleaning that up. Could you put this camera under my chin anymore? Fuck. Worst position ever.
Oh, that's right.
Anyways, yeah, the one I have, 3, I figured it out. I had shower over above. Mm-hmm. I had the wand for you put your leg up on the thing behind you. So it actually replicates the massage places, the Asian places.
Bobby just has 3 people to clean him when he goes to the shower.
Yeah, so that's basically what it is. You replicate the lady coming up behind your asshole. And then I had 3.
Here's another one that it feels like a person with a long brush on a stick.
Wow. It's bombed, and you thought you were gonna fuck. And then the other one went on my dick. Yeah. So 3 shower heads, but you only need 2. You need the wand and the one above.
Are you Joe Rogan and me? Not had debate, I should say, but I was just like, I'm still in disbelief that the bidet for a man, like squirting the water up your ass.
Yeah, he loves it. I love it too.
What do you have that? Do you have that one that's the toilet? What's it called? There's like the one that's like everyone gets like this one brand of like toilet that squirts water up your ass.
I actually just got the
baby
seat.
Wipes guy.
Yeah, baby wipes are great, but they fuck up your plumbing. And when you own the house and you're going to drop $1,000 on some fucking asshole because you use 19 baby wipes on one shit. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, Robert Kelly.
Here's the thing, is that the bidet, the one I have now, the seat is heated, the water's heated. It has a massage thing, so it goes back and forth or up or down, and the pressure. So you clean. I use a little piece of toilet paper just to make sure, but I clean out my whole asshole, and that extra stuff that's inside. Yeah. What the fuck happened? It gets that little chunkies out.
Someone fell forward, leaning in to hear the rest of the story.
Yeah, it gets all. The bidet is the best thing ever invented.
It gets. Yeah. See, I get a little bit in there.
With your finger.
My finger.
It's the only part of our body that we clean with dry paper.
Yeah.
Okay, armpits, dick, face, soap, water.
No, but I clean my asshole with soap and water every day.
But when you take a shit.
Not after a shit, generally.
After a shit, do you jump in?
No, not immediately, but I'll wipe my ass.
You know what I do? I don't
butter, rub it on your arm, wipe it off with the toilet paper. There's still a fucking layer of peanut butter.
Sure.
Same thing with shit.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Same thing with shit.
Okay, I'm not saying no. Technically, scientifically, you're probably right.
Fucking liquid.
Oh yeah, can someone get? If you do you want to drink
some Starbucks?
What do you want?
I'm good, man. My mouth just
water
dried. Yeah,
that's it. Can we get Bob?
What's up?
Yeah, no. Look, I'm 100% with you.
Right. I use the wipes, and I think you're absolutely right. But that's why I said I don't like shit like unless it's an emergency. I don't shit after I shower at all.
You got to come to my house, sit on my bidet,
jerk off in my bidet,
jerk off, rub the cum in your fucking thighs.
I have
my dog.
My shit sessions, my friends will tell you all are very long, but I'm telling you, a third of it at least is wiping. I'm crazy thorough. I mean, like 6 flushes. I don't know if that's necessary.
I sit there and
I go
6
crazy.
flushes.
Easy.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's
Easy
rough.
6 flushes.
Dude, I sit on I hit a button. It cleans my asshole for me. I move around a little bit like this. I do a little of that. Right? And then you learn how to open your butthole a little
like getting
bit.
deep in your ear with a finger.
Dude, it's like one time I actually did Q-tip in the morning, got a fucking brown nugget. And while I was cleaning my asshole with the bidet, I don't know if I've ever blown a load that felt that good.
Just those 2 things happening.
Oh, fuck you. It's so good.
Yeah.
I got a nugget. I remember I could feel the thing flake off in my ear, and it just relieved everything.
Tell you where I could relate to that. I've had a bunch of ear problems actually in the last year. Recently, and they told me at one point to not. I clean my ears every day with Q-tips, and they're like, "Don't do that." They go, "Really? You shouldn't do it at all."
Do it all the time.
I know.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm back to it also, by the way. But they go,
I use a bidet.
ear bidet.
Just listen.
They say don't do it. So I wouldn't do it for a while, and then I just remember one day just feeling like a little weird like itch or something in there. And I felt, and I couldn't get it with like fingers, but I felt there was something in there. And I mean, dangerous. Do not try this at home, I will say. But I got like the nail file part of like nail clippers.
Yeah.
And just right on the edge, and I was able to get it, and just getting that piece to come out, man, it really is like
it's ecstasy.
The Anthony Cumia Show.
This is the best of the Gavin McInnes Show.
This dude Satoshi did a study, right? Japanese guy, and he was looking at beauty. You can pull that up, Brad. The Satoshi Kanazakawa store. And Japanese people are robots. So they're not very sensitive, especially in another country, to the other country's cultures. So he just shows like 10,000 people, 10,000 pictures.
Yeah.
And then collects the data like a robot. And black women, lesbians especially, did real bad.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I think I know what you're talking about.
So he got fired, and he's like, "Oh, I don't understand. I don't know if he's good or bad. It's just data."
Yeah, then now you're going to fire a scientist, too. He's doing, like, basically a scientific study, asking people's opinion, and you're going to fire him, too.
He's not wearing an undershirt, sitting in an armchair with a beard, being a beer and a beard, going, "Tell you what, black woman, definitely not hot. White chicks in the middle, Asians hottest." No, he's like 10,000, data. And if you look, you can find the PDF online. In fact, it might be in this one. If you scroll down, he uses charts with like circles for cheekbones, and he measures symmetry and the eyes. Like he does it the way you would if you were doing it about insects. There's no motive there whatsoever.
It's easy to do the study, too. He could have done it. Just look at porn sites. See what's viewed the most. What's viewed the most? There you go. There you have it.
And you could even break that down. Like you'd say, well, it's a white country, so whites are going to look at whites mostly. And I think that's racist, too. I think it's racist if you don't beat off to black guys. Like you don't want your porn star fucking a black dude. It's considered racist. And I'm like, wait, I have to beat off to you now?
Yeah, I get that. And there was also that, whether it's a theory or fact, I'm not sure, but the fact that they get more money. No, they get paid a lesser pay scale. The female porno stars, if they were having sex on camera with people of other colors.
Really?
As opposed, yeah, they get a lower. It lowers their value.
Fuck, I'd have to be paid a lot more to take a cock.
Like I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that's also like that's a fact in the industry or supposed fact.
It's a free market, man. Hey, do we have Nero on the line?
You wouldn't have to pay me anything to take a black cock.
I understand a lot about the gays. I will never understand the wanting a bigger dick in your butt.
Yeah, me neither. I don't get it at all.
I mean, my asshole, it looks like Vietnam right before they gave up.
Yeah, mine's tiny. I take tiny little dumps.
If I was gay, I would only let babies fuck me. Asian babies. With strap-ons, because I'm not sure they can get it up.
That being said, if you do, like, what do they say? More than 2 digits,
You're gay, like with the finger in the ass.
Really?
It's not bad.
Well, I figure
it's pretty good to get. If you ever had that, like a girl, like she might be jerking you off, and then she sticks her finger in your butt.
Oh yeah, I've had a butt plug when I was getting a BJ back in my wild days.
And the actual pulp?
Yeah, the tiniest one you can buy.
I didn't do that. I wouldn't do that. But
don't trick me into confessing by saying it feels good, and then I blurt it out.
All right, it depends on the girl. That's one thing. It's like, look at Oscar De La Hoya. If the girl's really hot and she says, listen, you want to bang me, put this stuff on, I'm probably going to put it on.
Good question. Well, I feel weird about dudes who get fucked with strap-ons. I found it out about a colleague of mine recently, and now I'm weird when I say to my other friends, what do you think about that? And they go, fuck, who cares what he does in the bed? It's none of your business. But if you take a strap-on up the butt, are you gay, Nero?
It's gay. Of course it's gay.
Yeah.
And it's not just... You like getting fucked up the ass, you're gay.
It's not just the actual thing, it's the position you're in. You're subjugated.
Of course, of course. No, it means that you want to be dominated. It means you want to be taken. It means you want to be controlled by another human being, and that's something for women and gays.
But what's worse, with your legs behind your ears, getting it in the ass,
or pretty bad
on all fours?
I tried to reach around once. I had this chick reach around my body and jerk me off because I figured she'd have better leverage. You know, their arms get all tired.
Yeah. Always.
And about 10 seconds in, I was like, nope, this ain't working. That felt weird. Come over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, reach arounds are gay too.
I want to get away from homosexuality for a change because this show is just going to be bought by Logo Network soon if we don't drop it.
We'll beat RuPaul's Drag Race in the ratings. You, me, together, like an hour a day on Logo would be the best thing.
What's going on with you?
What?
What's going on with you? You're over the Sean King thing now, right? You're on to greener pastures already?
I saw in my diary that I was booked on the show. I have no idea what we're supposed to be talking about. Did my assistant do this? You're now going round me, aren't you? And just having me booked on the show and not giving me any warning whatsoever. I know what's happened.
Correct. But you have such a fascinating life that every time we talk to you, you've got a new crusade. And I can't keep up.
Well, yes, I have. And my new crusade... my new crusade is scientists who are actually really stupid. So today I'm going to be publishing a piece about Neil deGrasse Tyson, who is the most stupid, supposedly smart person on the internet. And in this series of scientists who are actually really stupid, we're going to be covering Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye, the Cripple, Stephen Hawking, who's the other one? Professor Brian Cox. All of these guys who, are occasionally, sometimes they start out as credible scientists and then they get a taste of fame and they turn into liberal mouthpieces and start tweeting like political propaganda and completely forget their commitment to science.
Thank you. And this is a major problem with nerds because I was attractive as a 17-year-old. I was in bands. I've had groupies before. I know what it's like and I can handle it. And even if I didn't, straight men can handle adoration if they're a certain level of alpha. Nerds aren't used to this. So when nerds start getting blown...
I'm like a massive fag, and I deal with it fine. Right. I don't stop believing what I believe in because people start being nice to me. But these guys throw out the scientific process. They give up on evidence-based theory and analysis, and they start virtue signaling instead of doing science because they become sort of like PR guys for the nice, friendly, liberal end of science, which says we should all be nice to the environment and all people are awful and they're killing the planet and all this kind of shit. And of course, Neil deGrasse Tyson now tweeting about gun control, these sort of like stupid, asinine, ridiculous comparisons like, oh, did you know 210,000 people? Shut up.
Oh, he's a fucking loser. And you know what? It's like Asians with alcohol. They get drunk.
Some idiot. The only reason you're famous and the only reason people like you is because you're black and you can do science. And people are like, wow, really? And nobody will dare to criticize you. Well, I'm going to dare.
Well, also, the Federalist did a great job of exposing all his lies. And if you want proof that Neil deGrasse Tyson is only liked because he's black, look at the number of Twitter followers he has compared to the number of papers published. I can't remember where I saw this, but they listed about 15 scientists on Twitter, papers published and followers, and fucking Tyson was like 3 million followers, 18 papers.
He hasn't published anything in years because he's no longer a real scientist. He's now a media celebrity, he's a media figure. And, the center of gravity for him, the sensible career option for him is to be dragged, the center of gravity in the media is so far to the left, he's being dragged that way. He's becoming a sort of like 2-bit like political activist, except he's not hot enough to be a proper media star. He doesn't have the scientific credibility anymore, and he just ends up looking really stupid. And this is something that always happens to scientists when they get into the public eye, as you correctly suggest, because they're nerds and they can't deal with the nice attention.
Well, science is time consuming. You got to have an idea, a hypothesis, then you got a theory, then you got to do studies and studies upon studies.
You're not going to parties.
And you can't do that every day on television. So he, instead of studying or trying to do some science, now he's got to churn out nonsense every day on TV.
And Bill Nye is the exact same. I think he's got a BA in mechanical engineering. If you like science so much, why didn't you fucking take it in school, you stupid lying nerd?
And
he's like every science teacher that you cut his class.
Yes.
Yeah, this guy's cool. I'm going to cut his class.
It's the same as these bizarre, like, quote-unquote scientists who are actually really just feminist activists. Like this one I debated on Sky, her name is Emily Grossman. Her career is now bleating about harassment on Twitter. And I was like, well, aren't you a scientist? And I sort of dug into it, and actually I found that she sort of teaches about science and encourages girls to get into science. I'm like, you have a PhD. What are you doing with your life? Like, if you're smart, shouldn't you be like trying to extend the boundaries of human knowledge and understanding and comprehension? No, you're whinging about people disagreeing with you and ridiculing on the internet and making out like, you know, there's some huge gender problem in science, thereby, by the way, putting more girls off going into it. You know, it's just absolutely extraordinary the way that, you know, anybody can get away with murder these days if they'll only get themselves called doctor, or if they sort of have some vague allusion to being somehow scientifically qualified. Very often these people are the stupidest people on the planet. I mean, I've met people with PhDs that I wouldn't trust to look after my dog. And, you know, frankly, I think it's time that these sort of celebrity scientists got taken down a peg or two. So that is my new big mission.
Thank you for tuning in, Nero. You're always a very welcome guest here on the show, and we will be pursuing this crusade of yours online.
You got a new fan, Nero. I'm going to look.
Thanks, Angel. Nice to meet you, guys. Bye.
It's the best of the Anthony Cumia Show. The Anthony Cumia Show airs live Monday through Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern in glorious high-definition video, exclusively at anthonycumia.com.
How often do you guys go out and need a babysitter, Jimmy?
Wow, not a good amount. This is what we do, because I have my mom. I haven't had this yet, but this is Jenny. We just broached this topic like on Sunday. She's like, we need to get a sitter. We need to vet a sitter. I'm like, I will vet a fucking sitter right now. I'd love to. I would love to go through that process, and I think I'd be good at it. Not in a like Pornhub kind of way, but in a good at it kind of way.
You seem very excited about the prospect.
Do I seem a little too eager?
I'll fucking do it right now.
All right, I'm going to vet you at Foxwoods. Can you be there at 9? Room 1119. Is there glitter on your face, Mr. Fela?
Can you take me to the
part of the vetting process?
Can you take me to the babysitter vetting champagne suite?
Yeah, I haven't done it, but I'm gonna do it.
Now, would you ever hire a male babysitter?
Never.
No.
Just no, because you know what? You'd never live with yourself if you got it wrong. And I'm sure it's a really obvious tell, too. Guys that are like that are usually telegraphing it from 8 million miles away.
But then you want to go out so bad.
You don't want to go out.
You want to get out.
This is the thing, though. You're talking about a situation where I'm going out and bringing my wife. Nobody wants to do it that bad that you're getting a borderline babysitter. Like, if it was just you, I'd have some real questionable people in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it was just me. But
damn it, honey, I don't think we should go to this play. Yeah. I think this guy is a pedophile.
Pat and I will babysit as another form of birth control.
No, we won't
get around.
But another babysitter got arrested. This guy and I scroll I'm sorry. Wait, did I fuck this up?
I love this.
That
guy's
guy right
a babysitter.
there. That guy. Somebody hired that guy to watch their kid.
Think about how many different crimes you might think that's a mugshot for. Yeah. And he's probably guilty for all of them. Like, no matter what crime you say next, it's not going to be wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I could see him doing that.
I hope your vetting process is a lot stricter than their vetting process.
Fireworks out of a trunk, bestiality, murder. There's nothing I wouldn't think that.
There's a guy who already has the vagina mouth in place.
I'm just going to say that. Best Photoshop you've ever done.
I mean, surreal. A Manhattan babysitter charged with sexually abusing a kid. So far, you'd think it was going to be a hot story. But every kid wants to fuck his babysitter. Or if it's,
this is bittersweet. Every kid wants to fuck his babysitter, but I mean, not that. that.
Yeah, this chick is hot. Let's go, scroll on down. I should have eliminated some of these things in here, but that guy is truly a guilty-looking guy. You know,
like if that's on the parent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like obvious tell, like his face. Yeah. Yeah, now this Manhattan babysitter has abused a kid, and Sirens Vance, that's the DA, he says, based on the images and videos found on the defendant's phone, computer, and external hard drive, three different places, we suspect he may have abused more children in his care. Why is it? Why they suspect it? You know, I guess
just say it. You know,
really.
We found all this shit on his computer.
Yeah,
there's no suspicion. We have it right here.
Maybe it's that like they're just doing things to themselves and each other, and like they suspect that they were in his care, but it could be shit that he traded with some of these other pedophiles.
I'm sick of these idiot, retarded parents, though. Like, really, because that's on the parent if you let that, you know, and they all play dumb. They're like, oh, he seems so nice. He has to be paid in duct tape. We didn't think anything about it. Like, he's a fucking freak. Look at the guy.
Yeah, that's
freak.
38-year-old Milton Narvaez, and he is a 38-year-old man molested the kid. First noticed by the Manhattan District Attorney when they were looking for. It was revealed as part of this child swap thing. You know what I mean? They have these peer swapping things. I don't know if you know about that. You know?
Is that the black market? It sounds like something you do on the black market.
That doesn't sound web, black web.
It's on the subway web.
It's on the The abuse began in 2008 when the boy was 6, continued for 6 years.
Oh, God.
Until he was 12.
Yikes.
So that is a relationship-type pedophile situation.
He liked it on some level. That's a long time not to blow the
What was he wearing?
Yeah.
Every time his parents went out. Of course, that's the thing, but you always think like, oh, well, they're going out again. Surely it's not going to happen this time. You're not going to bring that same guy back, are you? You're not bringing Milton back again.
How old was the kid?
He started out, he was 6.
Oy.
And then went on for a while. Or 8. He started, it was 8. I don't know. 2008, the kid was 6. These numbers really don't matter much.
There was going to be a test.
If he's 8, I can kind of see it, you know.
We're trying to find an acceptable age for this.
Is this show just you working through kind of repressed memories from your childhood that are coming out slowly?
Well, that's what the critics say.
The Anthony Cumia Show. Now we're talking uncensored. If you like what you hear, visit AnthonyCumia.com for subscription information and show details. And never miss a minute of fully archived shows available at any time in streaming HD video or audio download.